The tank is a good reference. So it's a reference of people who want to get out of the tank and get away from the problem. But also, you'll know that some people will move into the tank to re-offend, right? Or to follow people and stalk them as they leave the tank. So we'll use some information to our advantage, right? Since we know these things aren't a good thing, we want to change it, right? So we know the Ohio record of Tom L. Faust is a made-up one of me or another person, right? So Ohio, Tom L. Faust, tank, but it's a made-up record. Then we take my Colorado ID with the blue and black, which is probably what we all wanted, but it got screwed up, right? Put it Colorado, center square, and then my little ID card from St. Vincent's orange card, Thomas L. Faust, right? Tank, tank, tank. Right? I may get killed for this, Joe, but it will work. Then we tell people to behave, don't try to not go to jail, clean up all that stuff, right? And then we can find out, right? If, guess what? Joe was really the rapist, or Harry, Bernard, Roble, GPS, Anklet, Roble Knight, probably multiple, the one that keeps going back and forth in the tank, who claims to be all this cleaned up, decent man, but has something over children and his or something like that, right? Or Harry. The Bitted Kids, the Elleries, My High House, DJ Dave, the Perdita Quinwan, Elton and Dauncey. And then we find the ones that kind of keep us sick. And then, like I said, we just alert people, stay away from those people. And then, you know, yeah, Bernard, you may not look like nothing's happening, but it takes a long time for that psychological damage to go away, especially if you're in the center there making all the psychological damage. Burns and zones. And look at the face of my mom and Ann, and you know, some of you just think that kind of sexual abuse for control is funny, whether it's on Jews, Greeks, whoever, Christians. And that could be the problem why you guys are sick and this stuff takes so long to get going, because, you know, as Hollywood celebrities do their thing, and the ones that who are actually doing their jobs underneath that, you guys come back and screw them up, because it's a joke. Because it isn't easy to do tanks and clean them up and do that. But supposedly you were the greatest one of all beings, Bernard, but it required multiple people who stayed out of trouble. But then when stuff got stolen or moved around and stories told, it turns into a mess. And sometimes people who did it for a living got tired of it, or their friends died, and they say, screw it. And then you guys come in and pretend you know what you're doing, but you don't. And then when you ask for help and people tell you guys to do certain things, it's a big joke. Or just shove food in your mouths to get fat on purpose and shit. It's kind of dumb, because then they go, oh, why are they doing it? Oh, so they can take over the tank. So if the Elleries and the Pitkin crew want to do that again and think it's funny and think they proved a big crime, see tanks. Maybe some girls figured out how to do it and you guys got pissed and took it away, just like the computer. Ellery and his 3 Negroes, and then Ellery and his 3 boys, there's 6, always causing the problems for everybody else. And then just blame one boy for it, right? Because Joe said so, and he's the greatest Commander Quinwan. But the Quinwans are just, you know, certain Quinwans, and Steve Jones and Dave didn't want to stay clean, and they just wait till certain families get broke down, which could be why my dad was pissed, because you guys made him believe something that wasn't true. If that's the kind of consciousness you guys want, it takes forever. Instead of, like I said, getting people in hospitals and cleaned up and cured, in your prison population and your ones with no money and stuff cleaned up, so you can bring up the next level, like some of those people used to do. But hey, as long as Dave and you guys have it all under control. See, Bernard, some of us did it like this because you needed the homeless and stuff to fix those problems so the next gen could go up. And so if you guys are going to make the kids do it, they'll do it their own way, but it'll kind of be like you guys do it. Don't say anything and kind of just do it. And sometimes the top half is left out of the loop, and that's it, you know, or the bottom half or the middle, because there's not a lot of communication. I wouldn't make fun of girls there, because you guys got kind of pwned again this morning, and I mean, you guys got to like think here, who's really doing the work?